Hi there, this is Susan Metzger, and this is my bag project. This is the front of my bag. I'll let you see some of those images, and then this is the back of my bag. So the front of my bag represents the me that I share externally with the world. It identifies some of my values and beliefs and upbringings and relationships, and the back of the bag represents some of my insecurities, and the ways that I'm challenged to basically be the front of my bag on a daily experience. So, this activity gave me an opportunity to think about how those beliefs and assumptions may play into my research. And so, I really focused in as I was thinking about this question. This is a picture of some camouflage. This is a father and daughter, and the word duty. I was raised in a military family. My dad was in the Army. He really taught us the values of hard work and taking responsibility for your personal actions. And he always shared with us the phrase duty first. So whether we're on a track team or a work project, he really instilled in us that you should focus on the mission above self. And so he said, as soon as you start thinking about a project and what's in it for me, then you sacrifice or risk the mission for everybody else. And so that's a value that I take into my work on a daily basis. And it's also something that I think I bring into my research. And so a little bit about my research, I'm particularly interested in water and natural resources and the ways that individuals interact with their natural resources. And in particular, for this research, I'm interested in looking at the ways that collective action and shared commitment comes together to address the long-term sustainability of the Ogallala Aquifer. For those not familiar with the Ogallala, it's one of the largest freshwater aquifers in the world. It underlies 8 states, including Kansas, and it's really the lifeblood of western Kansas. But it's an ancient aquifer, and so the rate that we pull water out of the aquifer can't possibly be equalized by the rate of recharge. So it really takes actions to then slow the declines and conserve and extend its usable lifetime. But doing so requires overcoming what's called the tragedy of the commons. And it was first coined by Aristotle that's what's shared by the greatest number gets the least amount of care. And so it really is a challenge when you're thinking about collective action. How do you set aside some level of personal gain for the collective good? And so that really then connects me back to the way I think of my dad's phrase of duty first. How do you stop with leading with what's in it for me and think about the collective good so you don't risk the mission for all? Is something that I bring into my research. So then thinking about potential outcomes for my research, well, I'm not 100% sure. What I really hope to gain is a better understanding for the communities that I work with and how their lived experiences um, how they have their lived experiences related to engaging with the Ogallala and their natural resources on a daily basis. And some questions that are interesting to me: what motivates a group towards collective action? What personal sacrifices do they have to make in order to achieve that collective action, and how do they experience that loss? So it's kind of thinking of some things that I've like to envision for outcomes right now, but not 100% defined. The bag project also helped me think about the ways in which my privileges might inform my work. And so thinking about my backgrounds and my beliefs and my experiences, my education, and the ways that those earned and unearned privileges might influence my work. I think most important is just being aware of my subjectivities. You can't ever possibly set them aside entirely, but being aware of them, communicating them, and then fully exploring how they might influence my work is really important. I also think that those subjectivities may not always be negative. My background and experience with a passion for water and natural resources and about 20 years of a career engaging in natural resource work might be valuable to the communities that I work with. So then thinking about ethical issues then. So that being said about my subjectivities, it really is important to communicate those, to disclose them, to really deliberately think about the ways that they're influencing my work, and possibly look at things like triangulation or other tools that might reduce their overall influence. So that's the conclusion. That's my bag. That's me. I appreciate your time and interest, and I look forward to hearing about other bags. Thank you.